Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to the channel. We are ever so close to that 1,000 family member mark. Today I checked and we are sitting at 994, so we are 6 away. Man, am I stoked to finally get to that mark. It's been a long time coming, and thank you guys to everyone who has stuck with me and been there since the beginning, and to all you new guys that is on the channel now. All you new family members, thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. Let's see, jumping right into it, I guess the other Monday, yesterday, on my way home, I noticed from work, I noticed that my blower motor was not working on 1, 2, or 3. It was only working on 4. So most generally what that is your resistor. If you come out to your truck right here, and everything's on the passenger side. Right here is the blower motor, and then this is your wiring harness that goes back to where your resistor is. They're usually right in line with your blower motor because they do get really warm, hot, so your blower motor cools that ceramic insulator that's on those, or if they're just a coil, your blower motor cools that as that's heating up. And what that actually does is it reduces or impedes the ground in 1, 2, and 3 to limit basically the voltage is going to your blower motor, and then your highest position is full voltage to that blower motor to run as fast as it'll run at 12 volts. So I went to O'Reilly last night after work and picked up a new resistor. This is the part number for mine. I have a 2002 Dodge Ram 2500. I imagine that part number is pretty standardized. I'm not certain. You guys will have to check that out for yourself, but this is what is in the 02. This is what the resistor looks like, and then I'll do a comparison when I get the old one out. Inside that ceramic block is some coils, and then you have your settings 1, 2, 3, and 4 within them tabs. A lot of times what happens is that ceramic, just over time with age, it just starts to corrode and get bad and crumble away. I imagine that's what I'm going to find in mine, and then allows them coils inside there to burn up. And I also saw it get warm enough to where this soldered connection right here will actually come loose, so therefore only number 4 will work. So we'll see what happens with that, and go from there. Anyway, right here is the coilovers for the caddy. They finally came in, so we're going to open these up also, and those will go on the front of the caddy and get this truck lowered to the ground about 3 inches. So let's get these opened up and see what they look like too. I picked these up from Raceland USA. Right about, these were $299 from Raceland. This is what I decided to go with, and this is a 1 to 3 inch drop is what these are. Comes with your instructions. Don't know what that is. Alright, I threw a t-shirt in there, a keychain, which is pretty cool, and some adjustment instructions. Tells you basically how to preload and set up your coilovers. And then it also comes with your spanner wrenches for doing your height adjustment. So they look like they're a pretty nice unit. They'll take place of the factory struts there. So I'm looking forward to getting these on the truck and seeing how they ride. Kind of curious why they put the helper spring on the bottom, but not certain. So one of the other things I also thought about doing, they make a cup extension for these. Raise that up probably about 2 to 3 inches just so it doesn't get into the hood here. And it just gives you a, from what I understand, I've never done this before, so it gives you a softer ride and makes so you're on factory suspension but 3 inches lower. So that may be something we explore. You can buy them, they're like $230, but I think I can make them a heck of a lot cheaper than that by if I had another set of cups. The bearings, just take these, I can cut this off and extend it up. We'll see how these go, or how these go back together after they come apart. I may be able to just make my own and come right up and through there. So I don't know, something we're gonna have to look at and explore once we get that apart. But for right now, get to taking the truck apart there and replacing that resistor. What you're going to need is a Phillips. You can do it all with the Phillips, but you can see I already have one of them out. These are the screws for the resistor, and these are the screws for the blower motor. I'm going to take my blower motor out too because it's been making some noise, so I want to see if there's anything within the squirrel cage fan itself, or if it's the bearings are going bad in the motor itself. Might try and clean the motor out, the windings out, all the brushes out. I've got some electrical parts cleaner in there. So once I take the blower motor out, and we'll see what that looks like too. So probably start taking the blower motor out first and then take the resistor out, or vice versa, don't really know. So anyway, let's get to getting. Alright, you can see how this one came out. You can see how the ceramic is all busted on this one. And like I had said, that connection has come off. That probably got hot enough for that solder to let loose. So that's only going to allow it to work on position 4 up on your switch up there. So we'll go ahead and get the new one installed. Blower motor looks pretty good. I dumped all that stuff right there out of the squirrel cage. So this one right here, it vents by the blower actually pulling air through the ductwork itself to cool this motor off. So I'm gonna take this tube out and spray some dielectric grease in there and clean all those windings and stuff out, and the brushes. Alright, I got everything back together. I do want to show you once we go inside there, those resistors can only go in one way. The one side is kind of pointed, so you just want to kind of keep in mind that always, basically like an arrow, it's always pointed forward towards the front of the truck. But let's get the key turned on and see what we have. Well, I can already hear it running on low. I don't know if you guys can or not on camera with the buzzer beeping, but that's low right there. That's 2, 3, and 4. So all settings are working. Like I said, this is just a switch basically that tells the resistor what to do down there, and that resistor, all it does is it impedes the ground, and allowing only so much voltage to go to your blower motor. And then when it is on 4, which is like that, that's 12 volts. That's a continuous run from your battery. So that's basically how that works from your resistor. I'm gonna go in here and look at the other one, or the old one. And somebody's yelling over there. And I'll show you kind of how that works, or not kind of. It's always, I'll show you kind of how. But anyway, this is what I was talking about here. You can see how that's pointed up front. So just kind of think of it as an arrow. If you forget how you took it out, just make sure your arrow is pointing forward. And you can see how that coil is broke right there. And then all the ceramic is busted around the coils. And like I said, this actually is busted loose from this position right here. So if I remember right, when that is broke off, that only allows you to run your blower motor on high. So anyway, pretty stoked about getting my coilovers in. One other thing, just so you know, this is the part number for the resistor I purchased, and this was on at O'Reilly. I will look for that blower motor resistor on Amazon, and if it's available on Amazon, I will surely put a link down below for you guys. That is for this truck, but I'm sure it's probably, I'm gonna venture this, it's gonna be the same for a 94 to 01 and 02 on 3/4 ton, because it's pretty much the same body style all the way through. There was just a few changes, subtle changes on the inside of the interior. Other than that, I think that was it. There's just some different changes and stuff like that with your bezel and some other things. Anyway, stoked about the coilovers. Like I said, I purchased those from Raceland. Those are $2.99 for this caddy, and yeah, got our first event with the caddy. I don't know if I mentioned that before. We got our first event for the caddy coming up April 27th here in Lima, Ohio. You guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see some posts and stuff talking about that event coming up, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm going to have a booth set up with the caddy there, and then also be talking about Hot Shots Secret products. I'll have some of those there in my booth also, so pretty stoked to partner up with those guys and to be working with Krager Automotive out there. They asked me to come and set everything up, so yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I have. If you guys have not already done so, please share the channel. Help me get to that 1,000 family member mark, and when we get there, we're going to talk about something that I think is going to be pretty cool. I'm hoping to do something for you guys who have stuck with me and been here since the beginning. But I'm sorry, it's not for just you guys, it's for everybody who has subscribed. So anyway, thank you very much. Hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.